The dreaming spires of Draperstown are a long way from Oxford, but it too now boasts a centre of academic excellence. Set in 200 acres of woodland, the rural college appears more suited to the site of a luxury country hotel. Instead, it's providing a range of courses in the fast-growing business of rural development.
In recent years, there has been a recognition that there's a lot more emphasis needed with regard to development issues, especially in rural areas. And there have been an awful lot of initiatives at European and at national level, which has placed quite an onus on local individuals and groups who are operating in their own communities to take part in the development process, to take ownership of the development process. And due to that, there's a need to provide these people with educational resources, capacity building resources, to assist them in being able to take ownership of this development and so on.
The courses cover a broad range of subjects at different levels. A common theme is a recognition that rural development has a key role to play in creating employment in country areas to offset the decline in agriculture. Catherine O'Keefe lectures in tourism management.
It's the first of its kind because it's approaching tourism with the view that tourism must be developed, or the local people must have an involvement in the development of tourism. And you know, it's taking the situation now in Northern Ireland as a new situation. Tourism is something you mightn't have had before. It's opening up a large influx of people, and it's preparing these students for that, and it's preparing them for development and for the problems that can come with development.
Do you believe that unless we have such education, such training, we'll not benefit fully from the economic potential of tourism?
Oh, I do. I think that it's a wonderful situation that you have here, because you can learn from the mistakes made in the Republic of Ireland and elsewhere, you know, with regard to poorly planned development.
Most of the people here, they'd be graduates, yes?
Well, most of them are, but there are exceptions. You know, people are also included if they have a proven interest in tourism or enough experience in tourism.
So it's not an educational elite?
No, it's not. And we don't run just academic courses. I mean, we also teach languages at night, and we're also offering a programme for people who'd like to learn dry stone rolling.
But the rural college is not just for the people of Draperstown. It reaches out to the wider community, providing guidance on all aspects of rural development. And for those who find it difficult to obtain transport, the courses can be brought to them.
The training would vary from start-up training for new groups right through to project management training for groups which are better established and maybe taking on a substantial project of some kind or another. The people in the groups that we deal with would come from all walks of life. We would have all ages represented. We would have business people, we would have housewives, we would have young people. It depends very much on the project and the local area. There's a whole range of people involved there. The greatest need probably would be in the field of project management, and perhaps a group might have realised a substantial amount of funding for a project, and then they're in the business of managing that project and keeping it on track. So there is a great need there so that projects actually come through to fruition.
Critics say that Draperstown is a remote location, but students here have close links with many other colleges and universities. Partnerships have been formed with Queen's University Belfast and universities in Dublin, Cork, Galway, Durham and Humberside.
The attraction really of the rural college is that we're set in the beautiful scenic landscape of the Sperrin Mountains, and it's a very conducive environment to work, and we're here surrounded by a fabulous natural heritage resource of 100 acres of oak woodland, and that provides a really good opportunity for the students to learn about environmental education, about providing for visitors in a public recreation area, and it's really ideal in that the students are ready, as part of their coursework, they have to organise and stage an event themselves and raise the money for it and organise the whole planning. So on the 13th of December it's going to be a very different for us. The students are dressing up in ghost costumes and taking the local community on a guided night walk and ghost tour, and there's going to be a fancy dress and all sorts of things happening. So we're really ideally suited in that we have a beautiful natural resource right on our doorstep, which is ideal for, you know, developing the learning capacity of the students.
But beauty doesn't pay the bills. The college was opened earlier this year at a cost of almost £1.5 million, with funding coming from a variety of sources, including the International Fund for Ireland. Despite its luxury, it has only 40 full-time students. So can it stand alone in a harsh financial climate?
I have to ask you though, what do you do when the European gravy train stops?
Well, as I say, from our point of view, we don't receive any revenue funding from any source. From day one, we have to pay our way. The development funds, the grant aid that was put into place to actually enable us to develop this project has been very useful. It's made it possible for us to put this project into place, but we're by no means living in an ivory tower. From day one, we have to make this place pay. It's owned by the community, operated by the community, without any ongoing revenue support. We're funded project to project. If we're able to attract assistance for a specific project, so be it. If not, we have to pay for it in another way. That's why we have the conference facilities here, which are available to any group or company or organisation that wish to avail of it and make use of it. And we're able to offer very good facilities here. And these are the types of things that help us to pay our way. I'd agree with you that, you know, the funding that's there at the moment won't be there indefinitely, but thankfully we're not really reliant on that.